Do not turn your dial. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I'm all over the place today, bro. I don't know what's going on. Welcome, everybody, to the DHC Sports Show. My name is Ed, also known as the Dad Hat. And with me, I got just a mayor.
Hey, it's like
That's like,
it's
we're
bre-
back on Monday morning.
I was
We're
gonna
on
say
Monday.
it's breakfast takes after dark.
I know, right? Oh, that's a good one. Breakfast
Oh,
takes after
late
dark.
late night bowl of cereal. How about
Oh,
that?
oh, dude, I love me a good bowl of
Oh
cereal late
man,
at night.
yeah. Eat dinner and then wait a little while. It's kind of like a dessert. Just get you a
Oh,
good bowl of cereal. Yeah,
man, listen, I love me some Captain Crunch. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like
Captain
it's just
Crunch
a
is awesome.
perfect amount, right? Uh,
Absolutely.
and so welcome everybody again. You're not. It's not. It's not nothing wrong. It's just that most of our guys are not in today. First of all, Eric decided he just didn't want to hang out with us. Our good friend Patrick is watching the World Series, so there is that. What's up, Eddie? Haven't spoke to you in a while, man. Back live on Instagram Live, and then also our good friend Virgil. Well, he is pooping his pants. I told him I was
He
going to say it.
okay because he was a trooper last night, but he
He
didn't think
was
he
a
was going to
trooper
make it
last
tonight.
night. I said that I told him I was gonna say it, but what a jolly yeah,
Hey, Jolly, 2 nights in a row, first one in the
I
door.
know, right off the rip, baby. I love
Yep,
that. Last night he looked like a thug. Yeah, he did. He
he
looked like a
did.
cholo last night with his
That was a good comment.
flannel shirt. It was hilarious. So all right, before we keep going, guys, this show is brought to you by all four baseball company. Okay, we talk about this every week, right? The dude is cool. Make sure that you guys go ahead and get yourself some t-shirts, get yourself a hoodie, especially right now during the fall. It is crappy as all get out here in North Carolina, so it's like it's in the low 50s. It's raining. It's crappy. I felt like I was there back in Cleveland for a minute, but it's not. Where I'm in Raleigh, so there you go.
It
Uh,
hasn't stopped raining since yesterday. I mean, it's still wet outside. It might have just drizzled, but it was
yeah,
heavy all day yesterday.
nope, it
It's
hasn't stopped.
nasty. I know. I've got to go out and work tonight just for a little bit in Augusta. One
There
little
you go.
thing got me into
Oh,
it.
Polly,
So
you were
I'll
at the Dodger game last night. Were you there the whole
dang.
time?
I was gonna say you got your money's worth if you stayed the whole time.
Yeah, for real. Anyways, listen, guys, this
Two
show,
for
like I
one.
said, is brought to you by all four. Use code DADHAT and you get 50% off your full purchase. Hoodie, hats, everything, the whole nine. Okay. He has some cool stuff over there. As well as if you use code DHC, all right, DHC on your at the sticker club, okay, because that's where it is. Like, if you're interested in getting stickers, this is where it's at. Look at those stickers, how beautiful they are. So make sure you go and get them. They are available over at the site. So they're beautiful. I mean, look at that Broken Bat Baseball Club. I'm wearing my
Uh,
hoodie again tonight,
yeah,
baby. That's right.
that's your
That is
team
my
right there.
Sandlot team. That's right, Sandlot team. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and see what we're wearing tonight. What's up, Phil? Donnie, the Fireflies had advertised a job opening for a new on-field MC.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that. Well,
So
maybe
there it
maybe my
goes.
time has come. Mrs. Mayor would like me to do that, but I don't know. We'll see. I may have to
Do,
look into that.
do we have breaking news about that?
I don't know.
You're
Do we?
gonna I mean, listen, do
Hey,
it,
if it's,
man.
I may have to go down there and find out what the deal is with that and see. I mean,
100% as you should.
I
Absolutely.
I already have a few things planned that may
Excuse me.
interfere with being able to do that job next year.
Right.
But we'll have to see. I don't know. I didn't realize they had that as a posted opening, so I will look into that for sure.
There you go. There you go. You heard it here first, boys. You heard it here first. Uh Somehow my Twitter is all messed up today. So I wanted to stay, but it was fine. The game ended at 12 a.m. your time. Because I was here on the East Coast. I gave up.
I did too.
Not
It got to the kind of like the one a few weeks ago when it got to about the 12th inning. I turned over and I was out. And I think I did wake up and see, I forget who it was. Somebody for the Dodgers sent one to deep center field. It's caught right at the warning track, and I thought that was game over, and it wasn't. And that was around the 12th or 13th inning.
It was
And
probably, well, what's his name again? Because he hit a couple
yeah,
that were over to the dead center and could not,
yeah.
So
I just I crashed. I was like, I can't stay. If it was my team, maybe, but
I'm
okay.
with you on that, man. I really am with you on that part. Hey, so you subscribe to an email. Is it that God, what was that one website that you can do that when jobs come available? I think I used to subscribe to that. I stopped it a long time ago just because I was not getting anywhere. I kept getting sending resumes, Phil, and I would not get any calls. So I was like, I finally just gave up on it.
Oh,
So all right.
I'll have to check and see. So that's cool that they're actually looking for because it seems like they usually use interns, or they have the last few years, just having some interns do it. So
Interns just to around. I think they're having the fact that you have like an actual dedicated MC to do that is cool. The girl wanted to come with me, but I told her she's not worth $900. Yeah, bro, not
dang.
when you're starting a date.
So Polly's ripping off 9 bills for a game, man.
I'm
What
not
that?
ripping nothing, bro.
Ain't no way I was doing that.
No,
And
that's actually
he's a Yankees fan. He was complaining about the Dodgers, the Blue Jays, and who to
yeah.
pull
But
for. But
if you have the opportunity to do it, like if you had the
yeah,
money and the opportunity to do it, would you do it?
oh, I would absolutely. Especially if I lived in a town where there was a team.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I did. They were free because my dad got
Oh, sweet.
oh,
All right, look at
okay.
him getting some
Much better.
serious
That's
comp
where
right
it's at
there.
right there.
Yeah,
There it is. And when it's free, it's good.
free is
Um,
always good.
Absolutely. Donnie invested those 900 bills, and I look at him now. I look at him now. I look at Patrick. He's watching the baseball game, and then somehow he still wants to come in and chat with us.
Well, the
Um,
game hasn't started yet, so he's
offici-
first pitch hasn't happened
I am actually watching
unless it.
the
No, it's not.
I'm watching right now playoff soccer.
I've got split screen. I've got the Charlotte FC on the left and the World Series on the right.
Our team is not looking so hot right now, my friend. I don't want to
Nah,
admit what I paid to get to the 2021 World Series. Same as a trip to Disney World. I take it. So I took it off, and my Yasiel Puig was under it. Nice.
okay.
Okay. Yep. Only a two-man show tonight, Mike. It's we've had some difficulties getting some people on tonight, but it's okay. I mean, we will go and we will trooper with this, man. We got this, man. We've already
Absolutely.
done this before. We do this every morning, Monday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern time. Breakfast takes. So we cover all Carolina sports. So yeah, why not? And then this is why I was watching the soccer game, because right now they are down 1-0 to New York City. So, and they are in the 56th minute currently. So,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
had a great play in the first half for about I don't know, it was around the 26th to 30th minute or something like that. Charlotte had a good breakaway. Guy had it wide open, but then he had to stutter step to get his legs right
yep,
um, and miss. But
yep.
they haven't had a lot of opportunities.
Right, exactly. So, hey, but before we go any further, what hat are you wearing, my friend, tonight? I mean, are you drinking water only? But what are we wearing?
So what I'm wearing is a Toronto Blue Jays dad hat, supporting
Hmm.
Patrick, supporting the Blue Jays. I'm an American League guy, so I got to stick with the Jays. So I thought I would throw this on for tonight. And actually, I'm doing Monday morning. I've got me a big old tumbler of coffee since I have to go drive down to Augusta for a midnight job here in a little while. I figured I would just knock back a little bit of coffee late night, keep me up.
Polly goes, take the hat off, Mr. Mayor. I get understand. Like we've got to support our friend,
Yeah,
Polly. We got to support our friend, who is a fan of the Blue Jays. We are
and
not,
and
and
as we
so
both are hat collectors, I have a pretty good collection of other major league teams. Mostly thanks to Ross and the deals I find at Ross for other major league team hats. Um, the only one I won't buy is a Red Sox hat. But other than that,
I get that.
minor league, I'll do any of the Red Sox affiliates because they got some cool affiliates. But I no, Polly, I don't wear a Red Sox hat. That's not
Yeah,
happening.
whoa. Let's slow your roll there, man. Come on now. Come on. We can't be doing that. No. I am actually wearing a pretty cool hat today. So a little background on this story. This hat was lost by FedEx. Okay. And so they sent it to me, and I was like, today came, I was like, they sent it, and then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, okay. It got here in the mail, but it was lost for like, I don't know, 2 months. It's
Wow.
it's a New Era 5950 blank kind of corduroy hat.
Okay, I thought maybe it was a Sandlot something since it was blank. So you just got a blank New Era 5950?
Yep, it was on sale.
Did you get that through New Era? Just
I did.
okay.
I
Wow, I didn't
did.
realize they sold like blank stuff like that. That's cool.
They do. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and cop this one, and it was not bad at all. So I was like, I'll take it all day, every day. You know what I'm
Awesome.
saying?
What's up,
And so yeah,
Holsinger?
what's up, Mike? How you doing, buddy?
And Sellers. We got all the Michaels. We got Gorell, we got Sellers, we got Holsinger, we got all the Mikes here tonight. Mike and Mike and
Exactly.
Mike.
And so I know we got every single mic available today, right?
Sellers
Uh,
had to tune in since I whipped him in the hockey fantasy hockey last week. His brother beat me by half a point because of a stupid mistake I made that week, and then I smoked him this week. So
did you?
yeah, I did.
So it's
It
funny
doesn't happen
because
too often, but I had a pretty good week.
I told them that that I was talking yesterday night on our on the break even sports. I was talking about the hat that he sent me because he sent me a brand new hat.
Yep.
And so I said, I was like, yeah, I talked about it. He's like, oh man, I missed him. Like, yeah, you did. But I do appreciate it that he sent that. One of my favorite thing that he sent, it is this right here, the Atlantic League Baseball.
Oh,
I
nice.
absolutely love the stitching on this baseball, man,
Yeah.
because it is red and blue, and it's awesome. You know what I'm
Oh, that's
saying?
similar to the NBC games that
Yep,
Eric goes to in Wichita.
yep.
Has the same
So
stitching. Cool.
I was very excited to get this. So I was I've been I have it here on my desk now, and then I won't take it anywhere. It's gonna stay right here. I'm gonna be one of those hats that you just a baseball that you just keep my fantasy guys just didn't want to beat a hockey team that had Sid the Kid on it. Oh,
Uh,
okay.
2 years in a row, I've gotten Sidney Crosby, which is the player on Mike's one of Mike's favorite teams. Or
Gross.
yeah, so I think his team name is Crosby. What's it? I'm drawing a blank, Mike. You probably get it to it before I can pull it up.
Oh, so shout out to Eric Lichtenberg on Instagram Live. He says, "What's up, guys? I'm at the Wild versus Jets game. Let's go Wild." Um,
Okay.
yeah. So yes, I do like this one. He has two of them. When I went to Lexington a couple of years ago, and I figured you might need one. I do because I didn't have one. So thank you very much. It is going to be right here with me at all times. So thank you for that, my friend.
Yeah, the Crosby Show is Seller's team name for his fantasy hockey. So
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
yeah, and
So
Lichtenberg, while we're talking about it, I defeated Lichtenberg in fantasy football this week. So y'all,
you know what?
hey guys,
I was just gonna say, what's up, Joe? With Jays going down 2-1, the firings of Brian Kelly and James Franklin, I need to be talked off the proverbial ledge. We were going to talk about that. Don't you worry. That is something we are going to talk about. But first, we are going to talk about the standings on the DHC Sports Show Fantasy Football League. So here are the standings as follows. Number 14, all the way at the tippy top bottom, official league. Okay. Then we got Terry McCutcheon tied with Zach Profit and Eric Lichtenberg for 11th place. And then you got a slew of fifth place ties, right? So it's myself, Virgil Brooks, Rhonda, you, Donnie, the Dad Hat CFO, and then Justin King racing for rugs, right?
yep,
So then you got tied for second. It's Eric Profit, Tom Thrash, and the one and only Mr. Pat Larson. So those are the top two, right? The top three. And then all the way by himself at 6-2, Mr. Zach Beeson.
Yeah, I mean Zach went on a he was
Yeah.
what let's see, he was what 5-0 or something like that, and he lost two in a row and dropped down a little bit and then came back and won. Get back in the, or maybe it was 4-2. It might have been 4 or
Yeah.
4-0.
My
He was
team did
4-0.
not do good.
He's
He
won the last 2 weeks.
I lost this week. It was to Zach as well. So he had a player with 0 points, and then his defense got him negative points, and still beat me 89-66. So when you talk about a horrible team, this guy has a horrible team right now. So there is that. So we'll see. I mean, we still got we got a new week, right? New week we'll start on Thursday. We are going to be picking some games here. We got 2 games that we're going to be picked for Thursday night. So stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about the James Franklin. We're going to talk about LSU, the hot mess that it is, and how all of a sudden a lot of people are coming out of the woodwork to talk about the one and lonely, Brian Kelly. Like, I mean, holy moly.
I know, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, by the way, I play Eric this coming week in fantasy, so I've got to beat him, and then he and I'd be tied at 5-4. So we'll see what
There
happens.
you go.
And real quick too, I wanted to follow back up on Joe. Hey Joe, I just want to let you know the pepperoni pepperoni rolls.
Yes.
I had those tonight. I heated them up tonight. We had those for dinner. The pepperoni balls, those were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So thanks again for sending those to us from Miri.
The Ruffles, the one from Canada, the one not the ketchup ones, the other ones.
Oh, the all season.
Yeah, my God, it was that.
See, we haven't cracked the chips. Ron and I are taking those with us when we go camping this weekend, and we'll go through those.
You are going to love it. I'm telling you. I haven't opened the ketchup ones yet. I might just have my wife bring them over so I can have them.
Yeah.
Here right now, but man, let me tell you, dude.
I have a friend in Atlanta that has friends in Toronto area as well. He goes up to Canada, and the first thing he gets every time he gets to Canada is the ketchup chips. I'm not a big ketchup fan, but I have never had them, so I want to try them and see how they are.
I've never had ketchup chips. Never.
Me neither. Yeah, the pepperoni balls, though, were absolutely fantastic. So appreciate you sending those, Joe. Those were awesome.
110%. I agree with you there. Those were they were bombs. So thank you again. Thank you for that, my friend. I appreciate that.
And the little the little chocolate coffee candy wafer things. I don't know if he sent you those as well or not, but those are fantastic.
Oh, yeah, I've had those.
Yeah,
I'm not a coffee guy either.
See, and I am. So coffee and chocolate and like a little wafery thing, man, that's a nice little it's like almost like a Kit Kat sorta without the caramel to it. Coffee crisp. There you go. It's coffee crisp.
Yeah. Man, let me tell you,
nice.
they were good. But don't you worry, Joe. Honestly, I think it was for the best that Brian Kelly was let go.
Absolutely.
He did not make the playoffs once while he was there. So, I mean, from what I've been reading on the news, it was bad. So let's stay with that. Why don't we go ahead and just jump right in on that one? Because from what I understand is it was all bad. Like he never got off like anything. Like, like players saying that he talked to him while he was there, but as soon as they left or there was any issues, never heard from him. It was just like it was a toxic environment from what I understand when he was there at LSU. And
yeah, I mean, do you remember last year? I mean, he got caught like really like cussing a player out on the sidelines.
He did it again.
And he's done it again this year too. It's just like, dude has got a problem with thinking that he is above everything. And you can't be that way. Not these days.
Yeah, the one I feel bad, and Joe, you said like both Kelly and Franklin deserve to go. Unfortunately, it took about $100 million for both of them to go. I get that one. The James Franklin, I do feel kind of bad about because he is like an actual good person, and he has turnaround programs before. I wish they would have done it at the end of the year. I think it was, they at least he deserved that. Kelly, on the other hand, not so much. And so, James Franklin is going to find a job. He's going to be just fine. I don't know about Brian Kelly, to be honest with you, if he's going to find a job.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, he's not gonna want to, or at least I wouldn't think his ego will let him want to go back to a smaller school. But he's not gonna get. I mean, he had Notre Dame and he's had LSU. You can't get much better than those two, and you screw them both up basically.
You went
I mean, he didn't really
in
screw Notre Dame up. I guess he took LSU considering it a bigger job, and um, it depends on how you look at it as to whether LSU is a bigger job than Notre Dame. I mean, I'm sure everybody's like, well, it's SEC and Notre Dame's Notre Dame,
yeah,
and
but Notre Dame is independent.
they're independent. But until when he was there, there was probably a lot more limitations on what he could bring in recruiting wise. It's not the same now with the NIL and portal and all that. Because I mean, Notre Dame admissions limited their football team to some extent, maybe not a lot, but to some extent for the back then.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a lot more open now. And LSU was just, I mean, that's the Wild West. They can let anybody in. They'll manufacture GPA for you if they need to. So
Yeah, Mike, you're not wrong. An FCS or lower division school will take a chance on him. The problem is, are they going to pay him? Well, they
or
don't
is he?
really have to because he
They
has
don't
a
really have to.
massive buyout, right?
Yeah,
And to
and
him have an opportunity to at least go coach and turn a program around, quote unquote, right? Uh, they'll pay him whatever the minimum is going to be, and then go from there.
yeah. Somebody had thrown out, which again, as soon as stuff like this happens, people just start throwing things around. I did see, which probably wouldn't be a bad fit, although I don't know what their situation is. Somebody threw Rutgers out there. He seems like a Rutgers type of guy. He
Yeah,
seems
but
like
Greg
a
Schiano's there still.
exactly. And I was like, why is somebody throwing Rutgers around? Because I thought Shiano came back and was doing a pretty darn good job there for what it is for Rutgers. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know if he's going to be like, okay, fine, I'll go back to a smaller level school.
He
I just
should.
don't know. He should, but he's too much of an ass. I just don't know if he will.
That's what I'm saying. He's too much of an asshat to be like,
Exactly.
his ego won't let him
Yeah.
do it. You know what
He
I'm
thinks
saying?
he thinks he should be doing one of the top programs and should be winning national titles, and he's had plenty of chances to do that and hasn't done it. So
So absolutely. New York just got a yellow card because he was impeding. So we'll see. Oh man, Charlotte FC has had too many opportunities. I think those schools will have a stern talk with him, and it'll be his last chance. He needs to take a step back and get humble before going back up. I don't disagree. He does need to get humbled. I
yeah,
100%. No, here's the thing. Here's where I see that he could probably end up. Um, Lower, like Mac school, one of those schools in the Mac
yeah,
that need, uh, like a UMass.
yeah,
They're gonna need a head coach more likely than not, because their head coach right now they have not won a single game. So I can see a Mac school if he's gonna stay in the FBS.
Well, he seems like a Midwest kind of guy anyway. He's just never a fit for LSU, just culturally and personality wise. Because he was at Cincinnati, he was at Notre Dame. I don't know what other schools are up through that area that are possibly looking for somebody like him. But you're right. Somebody in that level probably would jump at the chance to have him come in, and maybe he would look at it as a refreshing change for a while to not have the spotlight of the SEC and national championship glaring in your face every waking minute of every week with these reporters
Right.
and stuff.
Exactly. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm just looking here, right? Brian Kelly's top landing spots are being fired after being fired, right? So, and this is by Bleacher Report. Okay. So we're looking at number one. One of the spots is Stanford,
Hmm.
Arkansas, our good friend Virgil School, Oklahoma State, and then that's it.
Yeah, I don't see him. Stanford's the only one that you mentioned that I could see my view of him fitting. Um,
UCLA.
or UCLA, definitely. I mean, and I think I said that before, was that Brian Kelly seems like a Northern or West Coast kind of guy if it comes to that for another team.
Hmm.
But he's not going to go to Arkansas. That's in the SEC, and he's not going to go from LSU to Arkansas.
Do you? Well, here's the thing, though, right? So do you think that he could go to Arkansas just so he can stick it to LSU? Again, we're talking about a man whose ego is bigger than anything else, right?
Yeah, but no, I just don't see that. I mean, as much as that could be the case, I don't. I think he's just like, I'm going to get away from the SEC. I don't think he takes that. I don't see him going to Oklahoma State either.
No, neither do I.
I don't
Again,
see that being a fit.
and I think we all agree. I think even in the chat, and by the way, thank you guys for jumping in the chat. I appreciate you guys doing this. I don't think I think he should go to a lower division, an
Yeah.
FCS team, stay there a year or two, get your shit together, and then come back up, right? Like, I mean, and then do that. Just kidding, of course, they couldn't afford him. I know, Mike. He's like, Shawnee State gets a football team in 2028. They better not sign him. Hey, I don't think so. Kelly is 63 and just made $54 million. His large ego is the only reason for him to continue coaching. 100%.
Well, it's like Dan Patrick says, I've never met a man with a lot of money that doesn't want more. So, I mean, you and me would be like, shit, I'll take my 54 million and go chill for a while. And be like,
Deuces.
we'll see what happens. These
Right.
guys don't think that way.
And I think that's why we're both not coaches. Right?
Exactly. We don't get the opportunity to make the 50-something million. So we
No.
can go chill.
Eventually, when the DHC network takes off, then I guess that's what we'll make it.
I will say this: I've got a notebook full of plays that are better than what Garrett Riley's calling, but that's a whole other story for another day.
Yeah, that's tune in on Monday morning and then we'll have that conversation for that. Again, so I want to see Franklin land at a good job, and I think he will. I think he's built a good enough. Oh God, I hope not.
Oh Jesus, Brian Kelly would be horrible for TV, in my opinion.
Send him to Fox, where they already got Dave Portnoy, that numb nuts turd nugget, right? Sending with that idiot. So, Donnie, we all know you have at least 50 mil in your bank account. Everybody's calling you out, Donnie. Everybody.
I think he missed. It's an M and an S behind that 50. I think he meant to put 50 M&Ms in my bank account, because that's about all I've got in my bank account.
Yeah, we all got about 50 M&Ms. You got that right. And so, Franklin, we have had this conversation. Where is he gonna turn to? You know what I mean?
Yeah, again, the openings that are there, I don't know. I mean, again, I just think he ends up possibly West Coast as well. Him and Brian Kelly just don't seem fits to me for Southern schools, and I don't know, that maybe it's just a stereotype thing. I don't mean that to be any kind of weird thing, but they don't seem to fit the culture. So I just don't know. I mean, maybe at Arkansas would be a place that I could possibly see Franklin going, but I just don't know.
I get it.
He was at Vandy, so I mean, he's kind of got some familiarity with the SEC. So I guess Arkansas wouldn't be too far of a stretch for him to do that. But
I like Florida State for him.
Florida State. Oh yeah, Florida State. Or
I like another school for him.
Maybe even. I mean, I don't know that Florida would bring him in, but
what do we think about?
You're fine. You're not off topic.
How about Clemson?
No. Well, they don't have a job opening, and they won't
right now.
They won't for a while. That's not happening.
All right. Well, okay. I'm telling you, I started the Franklin to Clemson fan club, so it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen, just if it's just me by myself.
I'll say this: if something happened at Dabo, I would not want James Franklin. So I wouldn't want either of these guys. I can tell you that right now.
No, God, no, definitely not Kelly. Franklin needs to go to a program where he has to build that program up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, he could go to an Oklahoma State and build that program back up. Arkansas, build that program back up, right? So he does have an opportunity to go to a school in which he has to be the one that builds it up. I
Yeah.
think that's his skill set right there. That falls within his skill set. Unfortunately for him, he's not that kind of guy that's going to win a championship. You know, I think Franklin goes to LSU or Arkansas, and Kelly goes to Hawaii for vacation. I'm hoping that he goes to vacation and never comes back.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, all right. So let's take a look here. Um, is there any other openings for him out there for Franklin?
I mean, I think we've talked about most of the ones that are available now. There probably will be more. I mean, he's obviously not going to take something before the end of this season. So if I'm him, you just sit and wait it out, and see what other openings pop up. Because I'm sure there's going to be some other coaches. There's going to be. So this is what's going to happen though. There's going to be coaches that take the jobs that are open now, and that will create an opening that he might be a fit for.
Mike, I will take him at Kent State in a heartbeat. As a matter
Yeah.
of fact, I'll drive him there myself at Kent State. So there you go.
Because somebody was talking about the coach that's currently at Vanderbilt, and him being a target for Penn State, and would they go after another Vanderbilt coach?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think they would do it. I don't think they'd be opposed to it because that guy's good, but that guy's a Vanderbilt grad. And just like with Matt Rule at Nebraska, I mean, he's a Penn State grad, but I don't think he needs to go to Penn State. I don't think.
I think they're gonna roll they're gonna open up the checkbook for Matt Rule and he's gonna stay there.
Yeah, I think Matt Rule's going to stay at Nebraska, and if I'm him, just stay there because um, you're building something there, and there's
Yep.
something to be said for that. Um, I don't think, and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the Vanderbilt coach's name right now, but I don't think he's going anywhere either. I think, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Vanderbilt ponies up a little bit of money to keep him with what he's done already this year too.
Correct.
And
So I asked AI on potential landing spots for James Franklin. All right. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 landing spots, okay, for James Franklin. What do you think are the Manny is at Duke.
yeah,
So if Manny Diaz goes to Penn State, and then that could be an opportunity for James Franklin to go to Duke. That could be a good opportunity for James Franklin there. That I can see that happening. And so, but anyways, all right. So we got 4 potential landing spots for James Franklin right now. Okay. And Mike just mentioned one of them, Florida. Okay. So there's 3 more. What do you think those landing spots are?
I mean, I would think Chat GPT is going to go with the jobs that are currently open.
Okay. Tell me.
I would think that would probably say Stanford.
Nope.
Wow. What did we talk about? Florida State as
It's
well.
not a landing spot for him. He's not going to Wisconsin.
I mean, is it given at the Arkansas or LSU?
LSU. No, that's
Okay,
the
so it's
second
saying
one.
LSU. Okay, so Florida, LSU. I mean, whatever else is open that we've talked about.
UCLA is another one.
UCLA. Okay, yeah, I said Stanford. I should have said that because UCLA was the other you mentioned in California,
Correct.
and
And
then
then
Oklahoma State.
Vatek.
Oh yeah, okay, well, that's right. I forgot we did talk a few weeks ago about Virginia Tech being open,
Yep.
and that you know what, and I think we even said then, or at least I did. I thought that could be a good spot for him as well to get into an ACC school,
Yep.
rebuild it, and still have a better than reasonable chance of playing for national championships.
That right there, if you build that program up and then you start to get it into the college football playoffs, right? Because remember, right now it's 12 teams.
Well, and again, like we talked about the other night, 5 years ago, look at where Virginia, Miami,
Mm-hmm.
Vanderbilt. These teams were they're in there now. I mean, especially the ACC schools. Georgia Tech,
Yep.
another one.
Correct.
Virginia Tech used to be in the conversation, and then they kind of fell off in the last few years. So yeah, that's one of those. If you can get Virginia Tech back on track, they could be competing for ACC championships and national championships
Imagine
as
that,
well. Yeah,
right? Oh my
because
lord.
that's a good brand. I think I mentioned it at the time. That's a pretty good brand. It was hard to follow Beamer. I mean, the guy was there forever, and once he was gone, you just can't hold on to that. And it's kind of like like Alabama's been seeing a little bit.
Yep.
You just got to get the right guy in there, and they didn't get the right guy in there, or several of the right guys. I think they've had a few coaches.
Correct. And
Uh,
there is what's up, Virgil? What's up, Poop Machine? If Kelly wanted to do a rebuild, Oregon State, hey man, they just
again,
mentioned that one of his landing spots was actually Oklahoma State. So we don't wanna talk too much about Brian Kelly going that way because he
I
might
think
go to
he's a
the
West Coast.
coast.
I think he's a West Coast kind of guy. If he doesn't go back to the Midwest or the Northeast area, he's going to go West Coast. He's not going to stay in the South or the Southwest. I don't think.
He
He's just
was
not a
just
fit.
never a good hire at
No.
LSU. It was bad from the very get-go. And then when I saw that he was hired at LSU, I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I don't understand why he bolted in Notre Dame, other than what I said earlier about at the time the recruiting. If he knew then what he knows now about how NIL and portal and all that was going to work, he probably stays at Notre Dame.
Yeah,
But
but
I think he saw. I think he saw his limitations were of winning a national championship
but
were
I think
because
that's
they were.
right. But I think that's more an indictment on him than on the club itself
Oh,
because
absolutely, absolutely. Because I mean, the playoff was only what, 4 teams. I mean, well, it was
yeah,
2 teams when he started there. I think it had gone to 4. Was getting ready to go to 4 when he left, or had gone to 4. I'm sorry,
yeah.
but yeah, he could have stuck it out at Notre Dame. I don't know if they wanted him, or if there was anything going on behind the scenes, or if he just saw LSU as a bigger spotlight and a better opportunity to make a lot more money. Or they maybe just threw enough money at him because he was at Notre Dame to get him to come away. But I mean, I bet in a private conversation he might say, "I probably should have stayed at Notre Dame."
It's funny because he's the type of person, and I can see that he's the type of person that would say, "I got this. I'm Brian Kelly."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing that he would say. I'm Brian Kelly. Come on, I got this.
yeah.
Nobody got this, right?
And because because he went from Cincinnati to Notre Dame, so he was like, "Hey, I did something good at Cincinnati, and that springboarded me to Notre Dame. So yeah, I can do anything if I can do that."
Which is interesting because before Notre Dame, right? He left voluntarily, left at Cincinnati, right? Wasn't in the middle of the season or something like that for Notre Dame, and then he did Notre Dame dirty again like that. He left early to go to LSU,
Yeah.
and so this time around is like, we're leaving you.
I know. As I was looking at the article, it's funny when he showed up to, and I didn't know this till I was just looking at this, but when he got to the facility on Sunday morning, apparently they have a fingerprint scanner to get into the building, and it didn't work. Somebody had to let him in the building, and he had not been notified at that point that he was going to be fired.
Oh my
So he
god!
shows up for work, and they've already turned off his access to the building through the fingerprint scanner.
But
And
at the same time, he knew because like there was already chatter the night before, like all day Sunday.
yeah, and
They
they apparently, according to this article, the staff kind of tried to, or the people there tried to play it off a little bit, like, "Oh, sorry about that." But then when he was fired Sunday night, he still needed help getting buzzed into the facility to get his stuff and get the hell out.
Joe, 100%. I think a lot of the students, though, I'll be honest with you, a lot of students are happy to see him leave. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
thank God, this dude's gone."
yeah. I mean, the whole things we've talked about several times, the whole family and the video that you keep seeing around and stuff of
Mhm.
him and dancing with the guy and all. It's like, come on, you let out something like Pulp
Then
Fiction.
the one that
How long
he's like, he just like what recent one that he's calling him, he's like, you're uncoachable.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. When he's berating his own players, I mean, there's a time and place to have conversations with players. To tell somebody that they're uncoachable is bad in any situation, even if you're sitting there privately and saying you're uncoachable. I mean, you've got to, because you think about these young guys. If you're sitting there and you have a coach tell you you're uncoachable, that's hard to take. And then
Absolutely.
you're either going to get very angry and you're done with that guy, or you're going to really take that to heart and be like, maybe this isn't for me, and just like give up on stuff. Like you
Right.
can't you can't lead a team of football players and be that kind of person. You just can't. You've got to be more diplomatic with how you handle their situations, of maybe not playing properly or doing things
Right.
wrong. Because if you're telling someone they're uncoachable, then you're not doing a good job of coaching.
Oh
Because
God, no.
if they're uncoachable, it's because you haven't coached them properly, in
Again,
my
and
opinion.
that comes around to what I was saying earlier. That's an indictment on him as a coach and not on the player, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so, listen, you can say 1,000 times, no, he never did master
You
a
never
Cajun
did.
accent. But I want to go back to a question that Phil just put here. Are we approaching a tipping point when it comes to these huge buyouts, or is college football just a bottomless money pit? I think
I,
both.
I think it's going to change.
It
I really
better.
do.
It better.
I think we're on the. I think the guys that it's not going to change completely, because you got people like Signetti getting a 10-year deal and stuff. But I heard, again, I know I always refer to Dan, but I listen to a lot of stuff, and he has a lot of good people on there. And they were talking yesterday about, um, a lot of these teams need to stop giving coaches 10-year extensions. He's like, if you're going to pay them, upload the money in the first 3 years. Like, I'm going to pay you out the butt for 3 years, and then if it doesn't work, I don't owe you a lot of money to get rid of you. So
There
you're
has
still
to
going
be
to,
a. They got to put a clause in there about
yeah.
like you
Because
know.
some coaches won't take the job. They're like, oh, well, that doesn't give me security. Well, you know what? Right now, there's no security for anybody with NIL and transfer anyway. So why should I give a coach a 10-year contract? Because you're not going to stay here 10 years if it doesn't go right. And I don't
Correct.
want to be paying you for 10 years. So
No.
instead of
God
giving
no.
you a 10-year, $100 million contract, why don't I give you 5 years, and I'll give you uh, 45 million in the first 3 years, and then maybe a little bit more after that. That's not guaranteed. So you're guaranteed 45 in the first 3 years, and maybe 60 overall or something like that for 5 years. I mean, there's got to be some kind of readjustment of that, so that you don't have these big buyouts anymore.
And I don't know what the ins and outs of these contracts, right? Because there has to be some kind of like the booster, somebody like, all right, let's go ahead, let's cough it up. We got to pay out. Let's go, everybody, open up the wallets. Let's go,
Well,
right?
you don't have a lot of coaches that have the pedigree that the ones with the 10-year contracts and these big buyouts have anymore. I mean, people look at the Jimbo Fisher contract and they're like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. They're going to look at this Brian Kelly contract. They're going to look at James Franklin. When you have a guy that just doesn't succeed, and now you got to give him 40 or $50 million to leave, it's a drop in the bucket to the colleges, because they got money that they don't even want to talk about. Um, why do you think universities are constantly building buildings? Because they got
Hmm.
to do something with the money. They are the most profitable nonprofits there are on the planet. So they've got to spend that money somewhere. So don't tell me you don't have the money, because every one of them's got the money. They just don't want you to know they've got the money. But
Yeah.
they're also going to not want to waste $50 million for a guy that's not going to be here anymore either. So I think there will be some change in that. I think you'll see a
Yeah,
lessening of
I agree.
years and a lessening of buyout amounts. Um, and honestly, the buyout should also be, or the walkaway for the coach should be high. Like, if you decide you're going to leave us, it should cost you $45 million to leave.
You're gonna have to cough up part of that contract that you
Right.
signed,
So you either have to get the team that you're leaving for to pay part of that, or you're going to have to cough it up.
or the school will
Because
have the school that you're going to has to pay that amount, that money,
right, right, some
because
like paying um a reserve to a player or something like that. It's like, oh, we want this guy, so we're going to give you this money to take him off your hands, kind of thing.
correct. Correct. Exactly. So, good discussion there, guys, on this whole Brian Kelly, James Franklin. Obviously, it's still ongoing, and it's probably going to stay ongoing until the end of the season comes around, right after the championship. That's when you're going to really take a look at who's going to be going where, right? Obviously, James Franklin is going to be one of those top names. Is Brian Kelly a top name? I don't know. I don't think so. I think his time has come and gone, as far as his time in coaching big schools, right? We're talking big schools, right? He could go to like a UTEP or whatever, you know what I mean, or an FCS, like we were just talking about it. Like, he could potentially go to an FCS. He should,
Yeah,
if
and
he's
Oregon State would be a great place. I mean, that seems like a to me a fit for somebody like him.
yeah. Go into that school and then never be heard from again. So we'll see. Again, we'll see.
Kind of like
There's
Chip
there's a
Kelly.
huh?
It's kind of like Chip Kelly. He had
True.
he had the world by the throat with the Oregon, and then he just kind of started bouncing around. And it's like I don't even. I mean, I know
Well,
where
he
he's at, but
took
it's
he
like
took the NFL job, and then that
yeah.
just
And then he just kind of bounced around with some other jobs, and it's like what?
correct.
It's like where is Waldo with him?
Uh, where is he now?
He's with
Chargers.
Chargers. Yes, sorry, I knew he was in L.A., but it wasn't UCLA anymore. It's
No, it's
Chargers.
the Chargers,
Yeah,
because he was at Ohio State before that, and then
yeah.
so
He left Ohio State this year to go to the Chargers.
correct. So, we'll see. All right, let's go over the NFL Sunday scores, because there were some crazy scores. We talked about it on Thursday. We made some picks here, so I do have to go over those here real quick, guys. And so I talked to Virgil. So obviously he's not here, so he gave me some of his the results. Okay. No, he's not at Boston College.
No,
Uh, okay, so here are the results, right? I'm going to start from the bottom and we're going to work our way up. Okay. Out of all of us, the only person with a under 500, um, who came at under 500 was Mr. Mayor himself.
I knew it was me.
Yeah, not 17 and 18. So you came under 500. Then
I
it's
did
me
horrible.
at 2015. I got my over under wrong. And then Eric at 20 and 15, and he got his over under right. So that's why he edged me out on that one. And then we moved up to the top two spots. We got Mr. Virgil Brooks, right? 21 and 14. He got his over under wrong, which catapulted Patrick Larson to win this week's picks at 21 and 14 because he got his over under right. And so
Good
there,
job, Patrick.
good job on you, Mr. Patrick Larson. Congratulations on your win this week. And so he also gave me a list of very unique picks, right? Eric picked the over under on the Ole Miss game. Yeah, he got that wrong. Virgil picked Kansas State over Kansas. He got that one correct. I got that one wrong. I had Kansas on that one.
Yeah, same here.
Donnie, you got a handful of them here, buddy.
Oh, did it wrong? I'm sure.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Royally wrong.
Oh yeah. So here we go. Donnie, you pick Arkansas over Auburn.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I just again I get these gut feels and I go with them. But don't bet on anything. Bet
Usually
against me.
Pepto Bismol will take care of that, buddy.
Well, it's like I've said for last year and this year. Don't bet with me, bet against me. So
there you go. All right. So then Virgil picked Iowa State over BYU. That was wrong. Okay, here you go, Donnie. You got a couple of correct ones here, my friend. So I'm gonna give you some props on this one. You pick Washington State over Toledo.
I did. Yeah.
And then you picked Wisconsin to cover against Oregon. You
I
got
didn't
that
think
one
that. Oh,
correct.
yeah, because that was one of those weird ones where the way the spread was. I looked at Wisconsin, and Wisconsin hadn't been beat by that many points in any of their games really, but they hadn't. They've held the other team a little bit, so I was like, I don't think
Yeah.
Oregon's going to run away with it.
No, you were right. Virgil picked West Alabama over Delta State. Uh-oh. He got that one wrong. And then
Charlotte lost, by the way, to New York just now. Final
yeah, it just
1-0.
ended. I just saw that. But it's okay. We still, we can still make it on aggregate, so we still got a little bit of time.
Yeah, they got 2 more games to play. So
Yeah, exactly. So we got a little bit of time. We still got opportunities for Charlotte to make it. And then last but not least, Donnie, you picked Pittsburgh to beat Green Bay, and that one was wrong. Pittsburgh looks very beatable.
yeah, I don't know. I guess I thought with the Green Bay going into Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers was going to feel like he had an axe to grind with them. Probably still does, but it just didn't work out for Pittsburgh at all. And yeah, in hindsight, that probably was a bad pick to assume that they might I don't know, jump on Green Bay.
Yeah.
So,
So there you go. So those are the picks for last week. All right. All right. So let's take a look here. He did give us 2 games to pick. So I wanted to make sure that we went over that. But let's go over the scores here. For Thursday, the Vikings lost to the Chargers. This was never a competition. It was over from the very beginning. The Chargers dominated this game the whole way. So I'm not going to put too much time on this one. The Patriots absolutely walloped, and I'm talking walloped, the Cleveland Browns. I don't know what's going on with the Browns. I was one of those guys who said, "Let's see what Dalen Gabriel has to, what he has. Let's figure it out." Guys, he has nothing.
yeah.
Justin Herbert equals the goal. All right, Zach, calm down, buddy. Let's take a chill pill here. But hey, listen, he played good. He played I love those the unis, the old school unis that came back with. So that was cool, man. I appreciated those. But Myles Garrett, 5 sacks, right? He breaks his own record of sacks in a game by a Cleveland Brown. And then what does he have? He has Dylan Gabriel to just absolutely come up empty. At one point, he got a safety because he threw it to no one. I'm not kidding. It was that bad. So his numbers for Dylan Gabriel: 21 of 35, 156 yards. He averaged 4.5 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, got sacked once. His QBR was 18, and his rating is 65.9. That's just not good.
No. And then you got Drake May on the other side looking like young Tom Brady, 18 for 24, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception,
Look at
although
his
he got
rating.
sacked a lot. He did get sacked a lot.
Well, yeah, because it's called Myles Garrett.
Right. But outside of that, the thing is, he had 6 sacks for only 37 yards. Dylan had 1 for 11.
Yeah.
So, a couple of those sacks, he did what Tom Brady does. You just go down in a fetal position when they've got you. You just drop down and get out of the way and move
Yeah,
on to
just
the next
drop
play.
and be done. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And so, it was not good. At this point, I think, listen, guys, let's not try to complicate things here. Dylan Gabriel obviously is not going to be the answer. So let's just move on. Let's put him as a backup. I think he could do a good job as a backup quarterback in the future. He'll, leave him there. And I think
Yeah.
he'll do a good job. And so, we'll see. But that was not a good showing by the Cleveland Browns. Our team that we both follow here in Carolina, the Carolina Panthers, they hosted the Buffalo Bills, and yeah, well, the rest is history.
Another blowout. They got boat race there. Yeah, we talked about this on Monday morning. Panthers defense didn't do anything like they've been doing. They couldn't stop James Cook at all. He ran for the most yards, 216 yards, the most rushing yards that the Panthers have given up to an opposing running back in their history, in 30 years of history.
Look at
That was
Vladi, baby.
that was the most. Okay, look there, 2-run shot.
Vladi, baby. Oh boy. I
Okay,
just saw that and
yeah,
holy moly. All right now.
that's got to feel good. I mean, you sit there and watch Shohei hit his home runs, but then all of a sudden he's a pitcher, and you get one off of him. That's got to feel good.
Man, that was all power.
Yeah, all power. That thing is. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he knew it right off the rip.
But yeah, Panthers had Andy Dalton in there, and like I said Monday too, is I thought his experience would
Would
carry
do
them
something.
and at least hold the line a little bit.
Right.
But his experience doesn't make him more mobile. So the mobility was just an issue for him. And yeah, Panthers just that's just a bad game overall.
Let me ask you this. We're going to go over a couple of games here, and I want to know from you guys in the chat of what was the worst loss this weekend, right? Because there's a couple of games that have been pretty bad, and there were some bad losses, right? So, and I'm going to nominate two of them right now because these were two really bad losses. Uh, Virgil, I need you to calm the hell down, okay? Don't make me angry already. Uh, Okay, so we got the Miami Dolphins went into Atlanta and beat the Falcons 34-10. Okay. And then you had the New York Jets beat the Bengals at in Cincinnati, right? In it's 39-18. Zach, worst loss of the weekend was Oklahoma losing to Ole Miss. Yeah, well, no, I had Ole Miss
I
winning.
did too. So sorry, Zach. We both
Yeah,
had Ole Miss winning the
I had
game.
Ole Miss. I'm
Might
sorry,
have been
buddy.
worse for you, but maybe not everybody else.
But out of those, right? There was I cannot think of any other the Broncos whooping the Cowboys 44-24.
Yeah, Texans beating 49ers. Virgil just threw that one up there. That was a little bit of a surprise as
Yeah.
well. Um, I think I actually did. I think I picked the Did I pick the Broncos? Beat the I
I
don't
picked
remember.
the Broncos.
I'm thinking I did, but maybe I didn't. I don't know.
But if
But
if Virgil is up to, he can put it in the chat and then we'll take a
yeah,
look at what we
he
picked.
can tell it. He can tell me if I can't remember if I picked the Broncos or not. But I'd have to look back at my text and see. But either
If he
way,
has his computer in the bathroom.
I'm not
Um
surprised that they beat them with that game being in Denver as well. I'm surprised at the score of that game, but I wasn't surprised by that. Yeah, I did pick. Okay, I was thinking I picked the Broncos because they were going to be at home, and the Cowboys on the road are a different team. And
I
uh,
have not believed in Cowboys all year.
no, me neither. So
After once they made that trade, you can tell they were not a serious organization at this moment.
yeah,
When you traded Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers and you play the Green Bay Packers twice a year, I mean, what are we even thinking?
yeah.
Right. And so I don't know, man. It was just all sorts of bad. So, but yeah, the
I mean
Dolphins going in.
the Jets getting their first win against the Bengals. I didn't see that coming,
Neither did I. I had the
especially at
Bengals.
39-38. I could see. I mean, if that had been like a 17-16 score, I'd be like, okay, they kind of snuck one. But you don't sneak one at
Well, yeah, they
39-38.
scored 23 points in the
20
fourth quarter, bro. Like, I
exactly.
mean, unreal.
It's like how in the hell did that happen?
Right? I don't understand. Like, how do you let this bad of a team? Hell, the Browns beat the Jets for God's sakes.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, and you're telling me that you gave him. See, this is the kind of thing that I laugh at all the time because, um, and he Hawkinson for the Bengals kept talking all this shit about the Browns being bad, and all this other stuff, right? And they beat them on the first game of the season. All right, congratulations. You just lost to a winless team.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
you can no longer say anything anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so what I have to say is maybe we shouldn't be talking too much shit if we can't even beat a winless team.
Exactly.
And so, but Is that worse, that New York Jets beating the Bengals? Is that a worse loss for the Bengals or the Falcons getting just walloped by the Dolphins 34-10?
Mm.
Because
That's a
that's
that's a
what I'm
close
saying.
that's a close race right there because I didn't see the Falcons getting beat by the Dolphins at home like that either.
And Kirk Cousins just came. There was a report out there that he is looking at a trade, but he wants an opportunity for him to be the starter.
Yeah,
And so I don't know, brother.
I don't know where that would be right now. That would be. I mean, it's too late for the Jets to bring him in. But I mean, Justin Fields is not going to be the starter there, so they're in a situation where maybe they bring him in and turn it over to him and see what he does the rest of the year. I don't know.
I agree.
Outside of that, I don't know of another team that would one bring him in place of who they've got, or give him the reins going forward. Because even though there's some that have hurt quarterbacks, those guys are going to come back and take back over.
Right.
The Jets is the only one where Fields is done this year. He's not going to be back as a starter with the Jets or probably anybody else.
I agree.
So
yeah, I mean, again, but here's the thing on that one, Virgil. I'm glad you brought that up, but the Saints are a bad team.
yeah, I mean the Saints need to rebuild from the bottom up. I don't know that you bring in a Kirk Cousins because there's nothing to put him into. I mean, the Jets have a good defense. They have weapons. They got a great running back and wide receiver in Brees Hall and Wilson. They've got the pieces there. They just don't got. They don't have a quarterback that can manage anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they could pull off a trade, and I don't know if the Falcons would do it at this point, but if they could get Kirk Cousins in there in the next couple of weeks, I bet you they could probably win 4 or 5 of the games they've got left.
I
At
mean,
least
that
have a
could be.
better chance of it.
I was just gonna say that could be a better chance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying they at least have an opportunity because they're going to still be because I mean they got to play against the Falcons, they got to play the Dolphins, the Jaguars, the Saints. They're probably not going to beat the Bills, Patriots, or Ravens, and they got 2 against the Patriots. They got the Browns coming up this week. Wouldn't be in there in time anyway, but
No.
there's a chance he could come in and win them 3 or 4 more games. So. Whether that matters or not at this point, I don't know. Because if you're the Jets, do you want to win all those games, or do you want to get a high draft pick and try to start over with a high draft pick quarterback, which is what everybody wants to do anyway. So
Oh man, I don't know.
I don't know who's coming out that would go there and be the guy to do that. I'm sure there's probably some opportunity for a few of them. So maybe you just stand pat and suck the rest of this year and get that top pick.
That's a good one, Phil. For Halloween, I'll either watch The Exorcist or the last 2 minutes of the Bama South Carolina game.
One of my friends texted in a text chat a few hours ago that ESPN had or maybe it was earlier today, more than a few hours ago, but that ESPN had the Alabama South Carolina game on replaying it, and I was like, "Instant classic?" Question mark. He's like, not."
No. By the way, speaking of horror movies, so the wife and I this weekend we watched the It, the first one, not the 1987 one, but the new one that came out in
Oh,
2017.
okay. I haven't seen that one. I've seen the original. I haven't seen that one.
Meh.
Not that scary.
No, not at all.
Yeah, there's thing. They don't make them like they used to. There's things that used to scare you to the point where it wasn't like jump out your skin scary. It was like, oh fuck, I don't know if I want to go to sleep scary.
That's what I'm saying. But with this one, it was interesting because like there was no plot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me angry. Like I don't like horror movies that much, anyways. To be honest with you, like I'm not really a fan of horror movies. I'm more of a sci-fi guy, anime kind of type. But like I was like, I looked at Darla for a second. I was like, this movie sucks. And she goes like, "Oh, thank God! I thought it was just me."
Yeah, I don't like a lot of the horror movies that are just, you know, well, I'll say this and then I'll come back to some of the ones that I like that really were like this back in the day. But
Okay.
like the ones that are just like gore for the sake of gore, there's no, like you said, there's no real, uh, it's just violence for violence.
Saw.
Yeah, Saul was kind of like that. It's like, it's just all it is just blah 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 blah. That being said, some of my favorite, like cheesy now, horror movies were stuff like My Bloody Valentine or
Oh
Friday the
wow.
13th. Some of these that, it's just a bunch of college or high school kids in a building, and you're just like, why are you so freaking stupid? What get out of there? And it was just killing for killing. But looking back on it, that was kind of how that genre started. I mean, the original Nightmare on Elm Street, when that came out, I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit, I don't know if I want to go to sleep tonight." It got stupider and stupider as it went because then they were just in it for the money. But stuff like that gets you thinking about, um, just like I don't know, just like I like looking around corners and stuff. Like I'm not a big like boo kind of scary, but the ones that make you think about, damn, that could really happen kind of stuff. It's like, ugh.
What I'm looking for. Oh, God. So I saw 13 Ghosts was an interesting one. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
Hadn't seen that one. I'm trying to think of the last horror movie that I really did see. I don't even know. I'd have to think on that one a while
I had to
because it
think
has
about
been a
this one.
while.
Absolutely. By the way, little controversy going on right now in this Dodgers game.
Oh, I meant commercial. So what's going on?
Not
What
that,
did I
and
miss?
that, but here's the thing. Apparently, and again, unconfirmed, and I'm going to show you the video, the picture. This is by Mike Gotsis. Remember, Mike Gotsis, right?
Hmm.
So let me know what you think about this. You ready?
Okay. What in the hell is that?
They say that there's some clear stuff on his hair.
Oh, Shohei's wearing product.
Help his pitching.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
That could go a lot of different ways. I don't want to get into too many things
Oh,
there.
let's do some
What's he doing in the
speculation.
dugout over there, huh? So I don't know. I mean,
The interpreter will take the blame somehow, says Brad over in tech in Canada. He dives back of his head before every pitch. Apparently, he does that before every pitch.
okay. So yeah, I mean,
Row.
I know
Anyways,
they check their hands when they come off, so it's got to be something that can't be too detectable. But I guess when you're getting ready to get like maybe the last pitch or two that you throw before you're going to be done with the inning, or at least you hope you'll be done with the inning. Maybe
yeah,
you get some dirt on your hand or something that it kind of hides that. I don't know, that looks like it could be some kind of gel or something for sure.
it could be. Anyways, is this the icy hot incident all over? By the way, shout out to you. You were on this from the very get go, talking about Marlins Man, and now Marlins Man, it's all over my social media. Stories about Marlins Man. Marlins Man, this meet the man.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet the guy. I don't care about Marlins Man because he roots for a team that is absolutely trash. Try
Well,
being a mall security guard when Dawn of the Dead came out. Oh my god,
oh, I bet. Yeah. Yeah.
you right, Joe. I totally the Dawn of the Dead, Shaun of the Dead. That was a comedy that was a spoof on that, which was hilarious. But yeah, all the Dawn of the Dead movies, man, that was a good one.
You know, when the first the real Blair Witch
Yes.
Project came out,
Oh my god,
that was some crazy stuff because that seemed like a real thing. I mean,
I
that
thought
was
it was for longest time. I thought
oh
it was
yeah.
real, and then I
I
was
mean,
like,
they
oh
did
no,
a
it's not.
great job the way they marketed that and made it seem like this was just like a film that was found and edited together and stuff. And I mean, kudos to them because that was like some freaky stuff there about. about all that. The Village was another good one that was kind of
That
a
was an
psychological kind of.
unexpected one.
It was kind of a psychological, spooky kind of thing.
That's an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, I love it. I love some of the stuff he does.
Man. What was it? Fifth Sense?
Yeah, Sixth Sense. Yeah,
Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. Yeah,
Yep,
that
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 was
was
a good
another
one.
one that. See, those kind of things aren't scary. They're like on the surface, they're not scary. They're just like,
But brother,
but they make you think, and it's like, oh shit, that's pretty crazy.
right? And by the way, Zach, 100% there with that. We have to see a orange effing highlighter for every World Series game. Hashtag Marlins, man. I'm over it, man.
I will say
I'm
this: did I send you guys the interview with him yesterday? I
no,
think it was. Okay, there was an Instagram reel where he was being interviewed and was asked about why he does what he does, and he said when he first started going to games, he was wearing teal teal Marlin stuff, and nobody really saw him. And it was basically so his friends could see him on TV, so he started wearing the orange. Um,
that
um,
pick me up.
but he takes a stranger to every game. It's like somebody just I don't know what his process is for who he selects, but the dude spends some money, and he spends money to go to these games and sit where he sits, and he usually takes somebody that wouldn't be able to afford that themselves to the game. Uh, and then they asked him, so well, what do you do? Well, he's like some kind of real estate lawyer.
Oh, he got money out
Or
the
he
ass.
actually not a real estate lawyer. He's some type of lawyer. I can't remember exactly, but he also has a lot of real estate property, commercial real estate, and I mean, he's got mailbox money. Is what he's got. He's got all kinds of stuff that he's gotten his hands in that afford him the opportunity to do these. And I know you and I would do it if we had that kind of money sitting there and we could go sit there. I don't know if I'd sit there wear all orange, but it's his shtick, and it's so that he can be recognized. And more power to him. I thought it was weird the first time I saw him years ago. There's
See, but
a
now that you say that, now I can't hate on that guy.
well, exactly, and what's funny is there's a Facebook memory I have that pops up around this time of year. I think it came up a few weeks ago during the playoffs, the earlier rounds of the playoffs, where I had posted maybe I want to say 7, 8 years ago the first time I saw him at a game, and it was like, what is this dude wearing all orange Marlins gear doing at this game the Marlins are not at? And I think I posted on Facebook. I took a screenshot of it and posted, "If you're going to go to a playoff game, don't be this guy." And it cracks me up every year when it comes back around on my Facebook memories because now I
And
wish
now
I was
you're
this
like,
guy.
well,
I'm like, if I had that kind of money and I could go to freaking 3 or 4 World Series games, even if my team's not in it, and sit behind home plate, I would do it.
see, at that point, that's a little bit different. Now we know, right? Like now we're like, okay, so like this is different, right? This is a little different.
Yeah, I mean the
Um,
guy's living large and he's taking somebody else to the game that wouldn't normally get a chance to go to the game and sit where he sits. And kudos to him. I mean, it's not. I'm not going to hate on the guy because it's kind of goofy, but it's his stick. That's why he wears the orange. Now that he's known as that, he's got to keep it up.
you have to,
Yeah,
you gotta wear the visor, you gotta do all the whole thing now. That's you thing. You
yeah,
know, it's funny because like I've always thought, it's like, all right, so what could why would possess someone? And you know what? It works.
yeah.
I with a lightning bolt painted on his forehead. Okay.
And Eric sent us a picture of, or I don't know if he sent it to all of us, or he sent it to me when I was saying something about Marlins Man last week. But he's got a picture of Zach with Marlins Man.
Yeah.
They met him, so
There you go. All right, I have a question for you, and then we're gonna get into the picks, guys. Here, but I'm having this conversation with myself for a while now, right? And I think you're at that age as well that where I'm at, where like I no longer care where my clothes come from.
me neither.
If it's from Costco, it's from Costco. If it's from Walmart, I don't care anymore.
I've got 2 pair of Adidas tennis shoes I bought at Costco. I wear them mostly for like when I wear stuff for work
Yeah.
um I don't need steel toes for or something like that. I'll throw those on because I don't care if they get dirty or anything. But you're right. I shop discount wherever I can.
Dude,
Dude, I go to Ross all the time. I
that's what
find
I
so
was
much
just gonna
stuff
say.
at
You're a
Ross and TJ Maxx. I'm like, I'm not gonna.
I live at TJ Maxx or
Yeah,
Marshalls, man.
there's no way I'm going to the mall to some fancy store to buy
Mhm.
anything.
Mike, you're 100% on point on that one,
Oh
man.
yeah,
I got some polo shirts for work from there. I'm like, oh, okay, these are comfortable.
George
And so
brand is a not a bad brand. I got George button down short sleeve shirts. I wear George well, I don't have one on right now, but I got a bunch of George t-shirts for work because they're like $4.
I no longer care.
No,
I no longer care. Yeah, like I was like about having shoelaces. But Joe, I'm with you there. All of my shoes that I have, swear to God, including my Chuck Taylors, I have like 10 of them. They stay tight, they stay loose. I slip them on. I do not take them off. I'm not that
Mm,
kind of guy anymore. It's like, you know what?
I can't do
Boom.
that. I can't do that. I have to. I don't snug them up too tight, but
Nope.
there's a few pair of tennis shoes that I wear that I can still. They got a little stretch to them anyway. I can slide my feet in and out because I'll usually kick them off with the laces already tied.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I will untie and retie my tennis shoes.
I cannot. I have all of my pairs are either tied and then I put them the inside and then I keep them that way. I no longer care to have to be tying them. I want them as loose as possible.
Yeah, I
My
have
work shoes
found.
are slip-ons. All of my
Okay,
work shoes.
okay. Yeah, and I've got a couple of pair of on tennis shoes that are slip on, and I like those because they are just slip on ons. But I've got a couple of pair of Converse and Adidas tennis shoes that I've bought at Ross as well because they're like go in there and it's like $30.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Chuck
I'm like,
Taylors are not cheap though either.
no, no,
Are you a low top or high top?
low top.
Same here.
I can't wear high tops at all. I remember back in the day, you had to get the white high top Reeboks or something like that. I had a few of those pair back in the day, but I can't wear high tops anymore.
Yeah, I have one pair of they're not high top, they're like mid tops, right? But they're super comfortable. They're baby blue ones, and then man, I love those.
Yeah,
Um,
sneakers is all low top for me, and I'll wear a little pair of like some kind of boots or some kind of boot cut stuff. Um, but not just for regular sneakers. It's just low top.
yep, low tops all the way.
So how about this? I wear different types of tennis shoes, summer versus winter. Are you different with long pants versus short pants?
Oh God,
Shorts?
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I've got like some Hokas and ons that I'll wear with shorts, but like my Converse, Adidas, and stuff like that, I don't normally wear them with shorts. I wear them with
See,
jeans.
see, I'm the other way around.
Okay.
I'm the total opposite with my chucks, shorts. I wear
Okay.
shorts, dude.
I will sometimes, but rarely do I wear them with shorts.
Nope.
Usually, my shorts. I'm throwing on a pair of Nike or a Hoka or On or something like that. That's more of a athletic looking shoe than this.
I'll
Okay, gosh,
even go as
look.
far as wear different colored chucks. I have a pair of blue and red ones, and I mismatch them. So I had a meeting this past week in Columbus, and the theme was supposed to be Christmas colors. So one district was supposed to be red, and the other district was supposed to be green. So I packed a green quarter zip and jeans, but the night before they decided to change it to business casual, which I was already in Columbus at that point. So I went to a Goodwill and found a pair of khakis, a button-up shirt, a pack of white shirts, a blazer, all for $20, and I look like $1,000,000. My man.
Dude, you can't beat Goodwill, man. I mean, I send stuff to Goodwill and I'll go get other stuff from Goodwill.
You know what?
Ain't
Absolutely.
nothing wrong with that at all.
No, no, nothing at all. Nothing absolutely wrong with that. Listen, I
See, I haven't done
again,
mix and match shoes though, like you talked about. I know, like I've seen where Kelly will wear the red and blue to the dogs games. Like
yeah,
if I was going if I would do that maybe for a Fireflies game. If I had a pair of like royal blue and like neon yellow or something
yeah.
that I could do that where I could mix and match for my team colors,
No, 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 no.
but
I
not just.
100%. I do them just because. Also, now my daughter asks for them.
Oh wow, okay,
And so he that's the thing though, like look at it's funny because lately I haven't bought any like team hats, but any team hat,
yeah,
but I have bought some blank hats.
right,
Where I'm to the point where like and now the team hat that I buy now, it's either for my team, like the Sandlot team. Other than that, dude, I like I just I don't know when that switch just flipped for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, give me a plain white or plain color, nothing on it, t-shirt or hoodie or whatever. I'm good. You
Okay.
know. And then here's the crazy part now. Like I noticed this, like, the older I got, now sometimes I wear a t-shirt and then one of my flannel shirts open, right? Or I wear a hoodie and then a flannel on top because now it's getting cold. Mike, I think my hats are almost over as well. But can I show you some new hats that I did get though?
Sure.
But look at this one.
Oh man, that's nice. I like that.
Look at this side one. Has Broken Bad on it.
Yeah.
It's a snapback. And then uh
Ooh, yeah. That is nice.
and so, I don't know why they put it so high this time around
Yeah,
because usually it's a little bit
does look a little
lower.
high there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't design it like that, so I'm gonna talk to them. But there it is, man.
Not bad. Not bad at all right there.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, those are the one hats I'm gonna buy. I'm not buying anything else. I'm not doing this. I just like today. I've been wearing this hat all day. By the way,
Well,
I found a. Go ahead.
okay, I went to the unclaimed baggage this weekend. We were over in Alabama, and I came across all kinds of. There's a lot of stuff I left on the shelf too.
Did
I
you
did.
now? Whenever
I
you go
did.
back and you let me know because I want to see what you have out there, and I might be interested
I
in.
mean, it's one of those things where like single hats, so many single hats. It's not like a bunch of the same thing. I mean, you'd have to sit there, just like on Facebook Live and go through it. But the racks that they had was just like you go into TJ Maxx and they've got like 3 or 4 columns of
Yep.
hats on a rack. There's like 8 of those spaced out between the shirts and stuff. So you just got to go through and you go top to bottom through this
Yeah.
rack. You move over, and like I said, there was a lot that I left behind. There was a Springfield Cardinals hat that I probably should have bought, but I don't know. It just was like, okay. It's one of the few minor league ones that I saw. There were a lot of major league hats. There were some that were fitted that were too big for me. There were some 940 Velcro back, a couple of Yankees hats that I could have bought. But I was like, I'm not walking out of here with 20 hats. So I did walk out of there with like 8 or 9. But, it's just like a good mix of different things. I saw that Atletico Madrid hat, which was the team that Virgil picked for me randomly on the wheel of La Liga teams last week. And it was just meant to be that was my team to walk into some place like this in
I still
Alabama.
find that very hilarious, by the way.
That it
Like,
is. It absolutely is. It's like of all the hats to find, and that was actually the first hat I saw. I was like, "Oh, that looks cool," and I picked it up and saw the name on the side. And I was like, "No way, this is real."
right.
But that one, that North Dakota State hat, that yellow Dad hat was pretty cool. I was like, I don't really need a North Dakota State hat, but yeah, I do because as much as we talk about FCS and North Dakota State's top team, I'm like, why not? It's like $3. So
100%.
I mean, these were all like $3 to $10, so it wasn't that big of a purchase overall. But yeah, you guys go out my Twitter page, you'll see the picture that I posted of all the different hats that I got. There was one of Coors Field, and the only reason I bought that is because I have been to Coors Field. I was at the second game ever in 1995 of Coors Field. So
Hmm.
I just thought it was kind of cool to have a hat because it says 1995 on it. It's just kind of a cool little um,
Reminder.
right. Yeah, it doesn't have the Rockies logo on it. It's similar to a Wrigley Field hat that I have. That's just more about the field itself than the team.
Yeah, I
So,
got
but
you.
a good selection of stuff. I could have gone hog wild on that. But there were some other things. Rhonda found a good shirt for me. It's more of like a button down that you'd wear over, uh, like a winter thing. You wear it over another shirt, like kind of a jacket type shirt,
Yep.
and got that. And then there was a pair of brand New Balance shoes that were in kind of the Panthers. There you go. Yeah, had the it's kind of the Panthers colors, black and teal.
Do
So
you
yeah, so you
realize
got
what this hat is right here?
yes, I saw that logo. I was like, that's the Yomiuri Giants,
That is
the Japanese
100%
league.
correct.
Which, as a fan and supporter of the Hanshin Tigers, who are in the Japan series this week, that is a opposing team hat. But I had to have that one. I was like, you got to get a Japanese team hat. Then the Queen
Queen
City,
City?
Yeah, the Queen City for Charlotte Knights was pretty cool. This one with the serpent on the back on the right, that was a baseballism hat. They're actually still selling that hat for $34 on their
Really?
website. It's for the Arizona Fall League. Um, so it's just kind of random hat. The World Series hat was a non-team identified hat from the 2024 World Series when
I
the
see
Yankees were
that.
in the World Series last year, and it's just a World Series dad hat. So I was like, oh, yeah,
And of
if it was a
course,
world, if it had the Dodgers on it, I wouldn't have bought it. It doesn't have the Yankees on it either. It's just the World Series,
yeah.
and then the
And
Colorado one's just the Coors Field.
then of
And
course you
then,
got this one right here.
I mean, I'm a sucker for a white front panel and the Diamondbacks with that just the serpent with the baseball in his hand or in his mouth. These were just cool. And then I came across the Expos beanie. I was like,
Gotta
if
have that
that
extra.
was a beanie hat for any existing team, I wouldn't have bought it. I only bought it because it was Expos.
No, I'm with you there. I like that one.
Uh,
And of course, North Dakota State University, which by the way, they won. You picked North Dakota State, didn't you?
I did not. I picked
Yeah,
South Dakota State to win that game, but I was wearing that hat while that game was going on. We came home from there, and that game was on, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna wear the hat,
I like it.
even
I
though I
like
didn't
that.
pick them to win.
So, yeah, there you go. So those are the hats that my friend and I just got. So, but I'm with Mike on this one, man. Like,
Yeah, I've slowed down a lot too, so
and
definitely.
that's the thing, though, right? We have both slowed down, quite a bit. Like, I don't want to, but like, man, I can't keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, there's, obviously, I'm doing these hats that I have for Broken Bed is because I'm actually trying to get them to, because of, I'm trying to get to see what we're gonna sell eventually next year and what our next home is gonna be. Home hat's gonna be. Did I show you the other one, the Broken Bat one?
I don't remember
Here,
if you
let me show
did.
you. Hold on a second.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of reveals that have come out, and there's a few more reveals that are supposed to be coming out in the next few weeks.
So this is a little bit of a
I'm
little
just not ready
behind.
to buy new hats for
Neither
these
am I.
reveals.
Also, I haven't been impressed with any other new hats.
Yeah, nothing has been like, oh, I
Any
got
of
to
the
have
logos, exactly. So here's a little show you a little bit, behind the scenes. But like, this is
that. Okay.
our going to be another one. It's an Old Navy Broken Bat, and look at the bottom.
Oh yeah, old school green.
Yeah. So and
Love
then
that.
with the little head logo right there on the
Nice.
side. See, this one is lower
Yeah.
than the other one. So, anyways, I think we're going to be going with this one, the BB on our next team hat that we're
Okay.
going to be putting together for Sandlot team. And then we're going to be we're going to be putting that together because the Sandlot Collective, um, the revival is coming up next year. And so we're going to be part of it. And so we're going to need some merch to sell, right? So
Right.
that's going to be available. So it's going to be very cool. We're very excited for that.
Where did I put those two hats that I got you?
Oh, the
Clowns and the
the clowns and the coconuts.
coconuts. Yeah, I thought I had them sitting right here, but
That's all right.
I was just going to show them to everybody, but I
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
them sitting right here in front of me right
From
now.
Bananable. So like the one I'm missing is the firefighters, and I don't know if I want to get it. I know that's your team.
Yeah, I like the firefighters. They're pretty cool. I've got several of those. When we went to Savannah at the end of the season, they had on discount a clearance the
Hmm.
firefighters hat that was red with the axe logo on it and with
Sure,
the American flag on it, kind of like a lot of the teams do the 4th of July hats.
sure, sure, sure.
And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool because I've got the regular firefighters on field hat.
Yeah,
Um, the only one I don't have any hat of is the Texas Tailgaters because none of them have really stood out to me.
yeah. Same
Um,
here. The tailgaters or the
I probably
firefighters. I don't care.
probably will get one. I've even got the firefighter's dad hat,
Hmm.
and I do want to get the on field uh, for the clowns and the coconuts as
Yeah,
well. But yeah, I went ahead and got the dad hats, and then you're like, hey, I want those too, so I went back and got them for you. So
I appreciate you.
I'm
Mike.
definitely looking forward to seeing those guys play though.
Yeah, Mike Seller says there's something about the Texas tailgaters that he just likes. I'm okay without it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I get that. There's something about it. I mean, all the teams kind of have their
Mike,
own unique flavor, but
I will take you serious as soon as you admit that the San Diego Padres alternate identity, their City Connect is a great logo. Until then, I can't take you serious, my friend. I just can't, you know. Totally kidding. So the one that I want to get, and then we talked about this on Monday night. The one I want to get is the one of the glowmojis.
yeah, here it is, real quick. I
Oh
just saw
yeah,
the
the
bag sitting there.
clowns.
That's the Indianapolis Clowns and the
I wish they
coconut.
had just a coconut logo on the hat, on the dad hat, and then that would have been cool.
The one that they had that just had the coconut on it without the word mark was a 47. It was a white 47 hitch that had that.
Mm,
I wish they'd have had it on the dad hats, but all the dad hats are like this. They have the full word mark logos, even for the firefighters. All of the teams are like that.
yeah. All right, and so Mike says, when the Padres release the new City Connect uniforms next year, I may finally be able to say those words. Can't be any worse than not. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Slow your roll, sunshine. I do not want to hear you say things like that. Okay, I do not want to hear you say things like that. That's just blasphemy. Is that the one I
Yeah,
took? See, that's the one I
yeah,
like.
yeah. This is the one I got in Durham. I was like, oh, absolutely, I got to get this one. It says the glow emojis on the side. This was the color. They had this in a couple of different colorways.
Yeah,
This one was the best one to me with the blue and the pink. It's got the pink underbill as
that's
well.
such a nice one.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
And so that's what I want to get next. But again, I'm just going to hold off. I'm not buying anything. I'll wait and we'll see. But yeah,
Yeah,
those are some cool hats that we have. Yeah,
yeah. I've got to get down to the Fireflies. I haven't even. I need to message
your
Kevin down there
connection,
and see. Huh?
your
Oh yeah, my
connection.
connection. Yeah, because he was he when we saw him at the casino night a few weeks ago, he showed me the one he had already gotten in of the new hat that he had designed for them with the white front panel.
Yeah,
And he was supposed to be getting. I was like, I was really trying to beg him for that hat, but he wasn't going to let it go. He said they'll
yeah.
be in shortly. They're all done. They just haven't come in yet, and he would be getting them in the next few weeks. So I need to swing by there, and that's one I will get because it's a Fireflies hat. But I do want to get the new one, so I may have to. I may have to
You
run
pretty
down there
much have
tomorrow.
every Fire Flies one, don't you?
No, no, no. There's way too many hats for that. I don't know. I'd go broke buying all the ones that they've got because they've got a boatload of hats.
Yeah, they do.
Um, but I do have pretty much one of each of the on field. Um,
At the very least, you got the on-field ones.
yeah, and there's a lot of others that they've got that I want to get, but I'm just like can't just can't keep buying that many hats. So I'm selective. It has to really speak to me for me to get it. But
Same
I do
here.
have more than enough Fireflies hats. But there's some others I'm like, man, I got to circle back on that one at some point. So
Right. Exactly. Same here. That's what I'm saying. Like, it needs to be like, it needs to speak to me and be like, yeah, man, I really want it. Cause like, I haven't really, I'll be honest, like, I have not found one that I'm like, I've got to have it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Now, if it was, let's say, like we were just talking about the other night on Monday night, if it was the cookies, copa for the fire frogs, which I have been looking for, 7 and 3, it's if anybody has found it. I'll even go fit it because I want it. I've been looking for it, but I cannot find it anywhere.
yeah,
Or the manatees, the Brevet County manatees.
yeah. That's there was one Patrick. I don't know if he's still on here, but he could probably answer this. I know that there was a fitted hat that either Hat Club or Anthem did of the manatees.
Hmm.
Uh, it sold out, I think, pretty quickly, and I'm hoping they'll do another run of it because I wouldn't mind having one of those.
Hmm.
But I'm also like you; I'd like to just find an old school dad hat with one of those on it.
Correct. Agreed. Same
The
here.
people that have them just don't let them go, and
Because they know, right?
yeah. So we were talking last night, and I brought up the minor league cards that I had come across. I did see a vintage Phoenix Firebirds Twins Enterprises dad hat.
Mm-hmm.
I may get that one. It's 1950.
Is it a
That's
dad
not
hat?
a. It's a dad hat. It's got some wear to it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's or snapback. It's not a dad hat. It's an old school snapback, but it's Twins Enterprises, which was a precursor to
It is the precursor to
47.
47, correct.
Yeah. So it's got the old school under bill. Yeah, if you could pull it up on eBay, you could show it. I can't
I
show
want
it
to
from
look
where
for it
I'm at.
now.
It's
Was it Phoenix what?
Phoenix Firebirds. Vintage Phoenix Firebirds Twins Enterprise snapback. That should take you to it.
Okay.
But
So,
that was one of those logos where the Phoenix is coming up with the flame wings out of the baseball. I was like, that is a
oh,
cool
I see it
logo
right
for a
off the
team that
rip, right
doesn't.
here. This is the very first one.
Yep.
It's used. It's
Yeah.
used,
Yeah. It's got some wear to it. That's why I was like, I don't know, maybe, maybe not. But that's
but
a
it's
cool.
cool. The
Yeah.
logo is super cool. I want to show you guys so that way you guys can see that. Here it is. That's the one.
Yeah. So when I like I said, I was going through these cards I showed last night, these old Phoenix
Yeah.
Firebirds and other minor league baseball cards, and I was like, damn, that's a pretty cool hat for a team that doesn't exist anymore.
Anymore, right? And
Yeah.
so I like that one a lot. That's a cool one, man. I really appreciate you showing that one. That one's cool. Of oh my god, Joe, yeah, right. Looking forward to the new bracket challenge of logos of the past. That'll be a good one. They are selling some fitted ones though.
Yeah, there's you said the Fire Frogs. There's some Fire Frogs fitted hats on here on eBay. Um, the solid red, but you wanted the Copa one.
Yeah.
I'd have to do some digging on that and see. There's actually more Fire Frogs hats on here than there used to be, so I don't know if somebody's come across a bunch. There's a lot of the ones like I do have one of the black front with the red dad trucker back to it.
Yeah. I do
I
have
bought
a dad hat. Oh, but
I
see, there's
bought
a
one of those off eBay a while, like when I first started getting hats and stuff. But
this is a bad addiction to have, guys. Yes. I what? You got the Phoenix Firebirds logo tattooed on your arm, Joe?
no way, dude, really? What are the
Get
odds that I found out about this team yesterday? For you, those of you that didn't watch last night, I was telling Ed last night and Virgil, I had found a bunch of old 1990 minor league baseball cards, and there were some logos um, that I just didn't recall. I hadn't seen these names or these cards in 30 years plus years, but the Phoenix Firebirds was one that has not come to mind for me, along with the Edmonton Trappers and the was it the Calgary Cannons? I believe it
Yep,
was.
yep, yep.
Those were three teams that are defunct that I never hear their names come up, and so yeah, that's kind of crazy that I would just randomly come across that yesterday, want to get a hat, and Joe's got it. He'll put a picture up on his Facebook later. Okay, I'll pull it
Okay.
from that, show it to Ed, and then, or you see his Facebook probably, or do
I
you?
think maybe, yeah.
Maybe. Okay, we'll get that picture, show it to everybody. But
That's cool, Joe.
that's pretty cool, Joe.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I like that a lot. By the way, just so you know, Costco has some starter jackets on sale. Remember those?
Oh man, yeah, I used to have a starter jacket. In fact, I think I might still have some kind of starter
Shut
jacket.
up.
I'd have to look in the closet and see. I don't remember if I do or not.
That's hilarious.
Okay, yeah, 7.5. 7.5. Yeah, I don't think you can wear 7.5.
I don't. But I did
Co-
find one.
Keys to Florida Fire Frogs.
I found one at 7.25.
Okay, this is a 7.5 for 40, right at $45.
That's the problem. Is like if I get a 7.25,
If
it's
you
gonna
find
be
one,
too
it's
small.
yeah,
I see the 7.5. I just saw that one.
yeah.
7 3/8 is what I'm looking for. So
There's
that
a
way,
6 and 7/8. There's a
there
7
are
and
some dad hats there, some
oh, you
Firefox
just
that,
yeah, some dad hats. There is a 7 1/4, but you said you got to do the 3/8 now.
bro. I don't know where it came from. Like
Maybe
all of a
get you a
sudden,
hat stretcher. So, get it wet, stretch it out.
okay. I mean,
You,
damn, bro.
you might can make that work.
I might.
I mean, that's only what was it $20
It's
for
$20. Yeah.
$21, 20.99,
Yep.
and $6. Yeah,
That ain't bad.
for
And for
pre-owned, it's in good. Oh, it's got a little spot there on the bill, but
I
still,
saw that.
it's not bad.
No,
Anyway,
I'll take it,
we're sitting
man.
here talking about not buying hats anymore now. You're
And then you're
looking at
just trying to get me to buy another hat. Thanks, Donnie.
you got me started on this journey, my friend.
I know. I'm sorry.
If I would have never came across, my life would be so different, and not in a good way. I'm not saying that.
No,
If
no, no.
I
I know
had
what you mean. I know what you
if
mean.
I had never come across the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast, because I was like, this sounds interesting, and I start listening, and I'm like, you opened up a world of minor league teams to me that I had forgotten about. I had not been involved in, and I don't know if you remember. I know I've told you a few times what the first dad hat or first hat I bought, first logo hat I bought because of your podcast. I think it was the first podcast episode that I listened to that made me buy this one hat that started me on this expensive journey.
What was it?
The Mac Daddy's dad hat.
Oh yeah.
The Kalamazoo the one you did on the Kalamazoo Growlers and the
Oh, the
Mac Daddy.
growlers. Yeah, I remember
And I
that.
was like, I started looking into the Growlers, and then I saw they had this Mac Daddies, and so I was like, I had to get that gray dad hat with the macaroni on the front. I was like, that is the coolest thing ever.
And you're
And
like,
then
this
and then I was
dude.
hooked. I was hooked.
That's the problem, right? Like, I mean, the
I
problem
started going
is,
and finding the rest of your episodes and started research, and I just started buying hats for teams that I didn't know anything about because of cool logos. And Ron will tell you, I get on a kick, and I get on a kick. And
yeah,
it was
so
like,
do I. That's the
I
thing.
didn't slow down as much as I should have. I was buying 6 or 8 at a time. Sometimes, box would come with like 7 hats in it from
Dude, I have to
MILB or
stop.
wherever. Yeah, I have slowed way, 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 way down.
110%. I had to like completely slow down because it was so bad,
Yeah,
right? And so I was like, oh my God, I can't, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And so yeah,
yeah.
I'm with you.
So 4 years ago, I didn't have anywhere near the hats I've got now.
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near.
Whoopsie. My bad.
You're sitting around during COVID getting bored, and next thing you know, I'm spending money like there's no tomorrow.
That was the problem right there, right? We're all sitting around like there's nothing to do. I was like, oh, I guess I'll buy a hat now.
Yep. I was so out of following minor league baseball, and it was just like, man, I had forgotten all the cool teams that were in minor league baseball. And
So I am so sorry, Mrs. Mayor. Sorry about that. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. But not right now. He's right here next to me. Right,
exactly, we
we're
wouldn't be where we are today if it weren't for that. So I
hey,
will say it was a blessing,
yeah. And so that's what
blessing and a
we're.
curse. How about that?
Yeah, it is a blessing and a curse because of what we do now. So, all right. So we're coming up almost at 10 o'clock at night here. So let's go ahead and make a pick. We have 2 games that we got to pick. Okay.
Okay.
The first one is going to be. Let me look it up right here because Virgil sent it to me. We have the Ravens visiting the Dolphins. Now, this is a straight pick, right? And the over under is 50.5. And then the Ravens are minus 8.5 on this one. And so do we I know Virgil picked the Ravens on that one. Let me take a look here. Patrick also picked the Ravens. Don't
Eric,
have anything from Eric.
Eric picked the Ravens as well. He texted that earlier.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, he texted it on something I saw.
He didn't text it to me.
You sure? I thought he texted that before he started. Yeah, when he said he wasn't going to be on tonight, he said Ravens.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he
Um,
needs to give us the name, the other one. So, but all right. So he picked the Ravens. Do Lamar Jackson is back.
I think that's the takeaway is Lamar's back. As bad as the Ravens have been, the Dolphins still are horrible. I don't care if okay, Virgil says he has Eric's picks. Um,
Then give me the picks. Virgil put him here. He picked
I
the
don't
Ravens,
think I
obviously.
can. I don't think I can pick the Dolphins. The only reason I would pick the Dolphins is because they're at home. I just don't think. I think Lamar's got to get things turned around fast for the Ravens to have any shot, which I don't know if they even do at this point. Um, yeah, I'm going to go Ravens. I can't. I just can't see the Dolphins winning.
Again, same here. And I don't like, you know, I have this. I've been on this thing where I don't pick the Ravens. Right? I can't pick the Ravens
That's true.
until you get to this team where they have been an absolute dumpster fire. Right? Like, I mean, the Dolphins have been an absolute atrocious team, and I don't know if I can put myself in that position to pick the Dolphins, even though they beat the Falcons. But the Falcons are not a good team either, right?
Yeah, I
So
mean,
let's be honest about that.
if you pick the Dolphins on your principle of not picking the Ravens, you're taking the L. You just go into it knowing that.
That's what I'm saying, and I got to start making better choices here. Is what I'm saying. What I'm telling myself here, and
Yeah.
for that reason, I'm going to pick the Ravens on a protest. So just putting that out there, okay?
File that officially, Virgil. He is picking the Ravens under protest.
On their protest, okay? Because the Dolphins are such a bad team that I cannot, in good conscience, say yes. Let's pick the Dolphins to win a game, right?
Exactly.
Phil, tomorrow's Jersey day at school. Think I'll go with the Nashville Hot Chickens. Great logo. I have their dad hat.
And that's a
Uh,
great jersey to wear to Jersey
Absolutely,
Day. Sure.
100%. Jersey day at school, Nashville Hot Chickens. Absolutely. And so, all right. So every single one of us are going with the Ravens. So you know what that means? The Dolphins are going to win.
I know that would be our luck as a group. Yes, absolutely.
Right? It happens every single time where like we're gonna go and they're gonna like see that's what I'm saying, right? There goes Virgil. Dolphins win by 14 now after he said that.
Yep, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna happen. It without fail. And so I want to go there. I want to go now to the FCS because he gave us a game. Okay. Virgil's gave us a game to pick for Thursday, not because it's a Thursday night game, and that is Norfolk State and Delaware State. Now, this is not a straight pick 'em game, okay? This is going to be a spread game, okay? Now, the spread on this game is not available on ESPN, so I did look and check. Obviously, we don't find the FCS ones. It is minus 20 and a half on this one, okay? Delaware is a 20 and a half point favorite. The over under is going to be 56 and a half. So, as far as spread is concerned, Virgil picked Delaware State to cover. And so did Patrick.
Almighty. This is the problem I have in just looking at what Delaware State has done.
Mm-hmm.
They've allowed their opponents to score a lot more points than they probably should have.
The
And
last 3 games, they have allowed every single one to be above 20. So you got Monmouth, they lost to Monmouth 49-38.
I mean, they
They
blew out Southern Connecticut State with that's
Yeah, but they gave up 23
they still
points,
gave them
right?
23 points, but yeah.
Yeah, NC Central was the one where they won 35-26, right? They lost to Sacred Heart 35-31. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I get it. I get it.
And the thing is, Norfolk State in their losses because they only have one win. Um, in their losses outside of Rutgers, they
And
haven't
Hampton.
lost. They haven't lost by a lot of points in any of those games,
True.
except for at South Carolina State. They lost by 31. So it makes me nervous that Delaware State can cover 20 and a half points when Norfolk State doesn't seem to let their opponent. outscore them by that much in most cases.
This makes me nervous.
I know. And again, it's not like we got anything on the line other than pride.
Right, exactly. But this is what we were talking about on Monday night on the Break Even Sports, right? Sports
Exactly.
Talk, where we were like, and I showed Virgil. It's like, Virgil, you know who Delaware State is playing next? He didn't know, and he was like, "Oh, we gotta pick this game, right?" And if you guys didn't know, which logo reveal are we talking about? I didn't see a logo reveal. Which one was it?
There was help us out, Virgil. There was one that was there's some coming in the next few weeks. There was that alternate that was put out, I think, last week. Beloit, yes, there you go. The Erie Wearies, yeah. All right, I don't know if it's me or if it's Ed. He's froze up on my screen. You there, Ed? Or is it my internet? Ed's frozen. Okay, so you can hear me, guys. All right, I was wondering because he got frozen. I didn't know if it was my internet or his internet. So hopefully he'll come back in. Yeah, we'll try to talk about the Erie Wearies real quick because that did come out this past week. Um, I'm going to say this. I'm going to go ahead and pick Norfolk State to cover the spread. Probably a bad thing for me. There he is. I was trying to figure out if it was me or if it was you, and everybody said they could hear me, so I figured it was you.
It was me.
You just all of a sudden just like
It was me.
went
It
mannequin
happened
on me.
again. It happened again, dude. I don't know what happened. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks. Welcome. I'm here. I'm here, guys.
So yeah, Virgil pointed out it was the Beloit with the Erie Wearies logo that
Yeah,
just came out.
we talked about this one though, didn't we?
I don't. Maybe we briefly mentioned it, but I don't
It was the
remember.
car.
Yeah. You guys might have talked about that
We
last
did.
Thursday when I was at the Bananas game, so that's why it's probably not coming to me that you did talk about it.
Yeah,
So
we did. We talked about this one.
okay.
We were like, meh, meh.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I
I
mean?
think Eric said it's too much like the hot rods
Correct.
and their Copa stuff too. So, but anyway, I was saying I'm going to take Norfolk State to cover. I don't. It's probably bad. Again, don't if you're going to bet against me. But I don't know if Norfolk State will let Delaware State win by 3 touchdowns or not. So we'll see.
Oh, then never mind. I missed that episode. No, apparently
Nope.
not. Apparently we
Hey.
didn't talk about it because Virgil says that we haven't just a teaser.
Oh,
Uh
okay. So we just talked about the teaser. Okay.
so here, I'm pulling it up right now. I'm okay on it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm not a super fan of it. And again, like, I think this goes back to the discussion that we were having, Virgil, that um I have not been wowed by any new logo that has come out lately.
I like the colors. I like that teal and blue going together there, but again, there's got to be a backstory that I don't know about with this because I don't get the Erie Wearies and why
Hmm.
it's a car necessarily. Because none of the other word mark stuff has anything to do with a vehicle. It just looks like the trees and the like an eerie kind of scene. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I would need to know the backstory on this because if the logo doesn't really tell the story, then it's kind of missing the mark outside of their local market, which it doesn't have to be a nationwide thing. Hyper local stuff is just that. So
Exactly. They're just hyper local. That's all. So there it is. All right. So you got Delaware State. Everybody has Delaware State, huh? To cover.
no, I have Norfolk State.
You gonna take Norfolk
I'm going to
State?
take
Norfolk.
Norfolk State to cover, and everybody
Um,
else so far has taken Delaware State to cover.
man, I I don't know, man. I'm a little I'm torn on this one because mm,
Like I said, outside of a couple of instances, Delaware State hasn't beaten anybody by 20 something points, and Norfolk State hasn't lost by as many as 20 points in most of their games. So,
right.
which is why Vegas has this
And
line.
again, yeah, we're
They know
going
what they're doing.
yeah, right. We're going with the spread game. So, uh, yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna pick Norfolk State. Virgil, put it on it, right? I'm gonna stick with you on this one. You know, you and me are gonna be the outliers on that one.
Okay.
And so, yeah, let's go with that.
All right.
Ah, I don't know how I feel about it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So interesting ones, man. It's just Norfolk State and Noah. So like right so before I got somehow cut off, right? We're talking about that Norfolk State is being coached by Michael Vick, and then Deshaun Jackson is coaching Delaware State, guys. So this is the two ex NFL players that are now coaching in FCS football and HBCU, which I absolutely love. I
Yep.
100% love this. So, you know, I want to see more of this.
Well,
So
and if Dion was still at Jackson State, yeah,
Jackson State, yeah.
then you'd have three of them at this level coaching. But he's moved up to Colorado, so maybe these guys will eventually move up too if they actually get some stuff going with their teams.
At this point, man, listen, Deshaun Jackson might be the one if he stays
Yeah,
one there year. But like, you also have, was it Eddie George as at Bowling Green?
you got Eddie Georgia, Bowling Green, so shout out to these guys. They're second career as a coach is a good thing. They're doing good work out there, and um, hopefully they'll stay a few years at these schools and establish something before they try to jump.
I was just gonna say, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that they stay there long term. I'm hoping that they're like, you know, they turn out the program around and they make it into a successful program because there's nothing wrong with like staying at at an FCS school, right? I mean, granted, it's not probably not going to be the money that you're looking for, but still, man.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have made money outside of coaching already, so it's just a
Yeah,
matter of what kind of lifestyle they want, and if they enjoy what they do with the kids that they have coming in. So
100%. I want to see more of that, and I think for our entertainment is that we really do enjoy some FCS football now. So I kind of want to see that happen.
yeah, absolutely.
And so, all right, guys, we will be back on Thursday. And make sure that you guys join us because we are going to be making more picks, right? But right now, we only made these two picks. We got the Ravens and Dolphins. I don't know why we're watching. These Thursday games have been good, and all of a sudden now we got Ravens and Dolphins. So I don't get it. And so we
Exactly.
right, and then we have, which I believe, which is going to be a good game. I'm probably going to have that in the background running. We're gonna have Delaware State and Norfolk State playing each other. So we picked that one as well. Stay tuned because we got some more games coming for some potentially Friday, Saturday games, and then Sunday games. So stay tuned with that. Make sure that you guys are following each and every single one of us on social media. Hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel so that way you guys can stay up to date on all of the live videos that we have going on. All right, guys. Until then, I'll see you guys later.
Night.